headed for the white flag. One more tour of the 2.5-mile oval, and Sarah roots Bryan Clauson on. Here's the third lap. It is 2:23.599. So again, and he's in trouble.
No.
Man.
Final lap.
Man.
That's too bad.
And
that's how your emotions go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows in just 2 seconds flat.
Running at 223.5 miles an hour. Safety crew quickly on the scene.
And that is the first significant hit of the entire month.
His teammate Joseph Newgard, as I said, had a relatively minor brush with the wall, but this is the first solid impact.
And that's, again, Wally, you talked about the challenge of doing 4 laps. And when you do 4 laps, when you're on that edge, you heard Ryan Hunter-Reay talk about that edge, that fine line you're walking, is that the balance changes. It's not going to necessarily be the same on lap 1 as it is on lap 4.
Well, your car gets worse and worse every lap. You know, the best that car is going to feel is on your first lap, and then you just lose more and more grip. And when you're already on the edge, that 4th lap, yeah, it's pretty hairy.
Well, he had a solid run going. Not out of the car yet. His first lap was his best at over 224 miles an hour. And he's getting out on his own. Little assistance there from the Homatro safety team, but Bryan Clauson is able to walk away from the crash. Wow.
Fellas, I'm not sure I've ever seen this before, but for whatever reason, everybody here in the pit lane went totally quiet, all looking up at the monitors that are all around the racetrack here. It must be the fact that this car is such an unknown. It's very new. Everybody asks, I wonder what it's going to be like in a heavy impact. But just everybody completely silent watching the monitor, and then, of course, broke into a round of applause when they could see that Clauson, in fact, did walk away.
All right, we'll take a look at what happened. This is turn number 1.
Yeah, it looks really similar to what happened to Justin. It's just the car just got a little bit loose right there, and it's almost exactly the same look. He just didn't catch it.
Starts to float right about here.
Right there. It's almost like that patch right there. Back it up. I don't know if it's a patch or a bump or whatever, but as soon as he got on that patch, that's when the car just slid a little bit.
Heavy impact on this left side of the machine. So they have a lot of work to do, the Sarah Fisher Hartman team. Our first significant wall contact of the month, and it comes on the 4th lap of qualifying for young Bryan Clauson, 22-year-old from Noblesville, Indiana, just north of Indianapolis. And there is Tim, his dad. He was talking about how proud he was, and he, of course, reaction when he saw Bryan Clauson into the fence, and Sarah also. Head in hands. Derek is with Sarah.
Sarah, how the emotions can change so quickly in Indianapolis. Give us a feel for what it's like.
Well, you know, we know that we always need to be humble here, and you know, we're really happy to have the opportunity to be here. So thankfully Bryan is okay. From what I understand, I'm just heading over there right now, and we'll get that car fixed up and get him back going.
Thank you, Sarah.